Welcome back to the homestead. Today we're going to show you how to decimate ant colonies with a simple trick that we learned on the internet.
So in the last week or so, we discovered that we have an aphid problem. But not only do we have an aphid problem, we have an ant problem. As Adam was saying, ants and aphids, they're like best friends. The ants will take the aphids up to the leaves. The aphids then begin to chew on the leaves. I forgot what it's called, but they produce this secretion called honeydew, which the ants love. And the ants will actually even defend the aphids from ladybugs. So not only are we going after our aphid population, we're going after the ant population. And this is how we're going to do it. So right here, I've already made some ant traps. And so it's a 1-to-5 ratio, 1 being the borax, 5 being the sugar.
Poisonous stuff in them.
Yeah, it's gonna poison the ants. And so the ants are gonna go through these holes. These are just simple ball jars that we drilled some holes in the top. And if you don't have those, grab a container from around the house. This is just an old yogurt container we drilled some holes in. And as you can see, it's got the mixture in there and a couple flakes of plastic for my drilling. Just go ahead and pour this in here. This is just a little bit of borax earlier when I was experimenting. So this is 1 teaspoon of borax. Dump it in, good job. And you want to put enough water in just to dissolve it. So I'm going to put just a little bit, not all of it, just enough to get that borax dissolved. All right, I'm going to stir it up so it dissolves. You want to help me? All right, so that's nice and dissolved, good job. And now we're going to pour the sugar in. This is 5 teaspoons of sugar. You want to help? All right, now we're gonna stir, we're gonna stir this in. Might add a little bit more water because it's kind of crunchy. You want them to blend well. So the sugar, as we know, will not be killing.
Yummy, but it's poisonous.
Yeah, the sugar is not gonna be killing the ants. It's the borax. Can you stir it up a little bit for us, but try to keep it inside?
And then why don't you dump water in while she's stirring it?
All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more water, Michaela, because we're trying to make a paste. We don't want it too wet because we don't want them to drown. We want a little paste that they can nibble on and even take back to their colony. So some ants may get stuck in this trap and even die, but the hope is that they will take the sugar borax blend and take it back to their colony to kill their family and the queen. All right, that looks perfect. So if you want to check out the consistency of this, it's going to dry out too as it's out here in the hot sun. Let's open up one of those other ones I made too. So like I said, it's a 1-to-5 ratio, 1 being the borax, 5 being the sugar. You want to put the borax in first and dissolve it with just a little bit of water. Then you add your sugar, you mix it in well, put your top on. Let me show you one of these other traps. All right, see, this one's nice and gooey too.
Yeah.
It looks like honey.
Yeah.
But it's a trap.
And it looks yummy too.
Please don't eat this, Michaela.
I know. It's poisonous.
All right, guys, what you see right here are little aphids. And what you see over here are their friends. I might get bit as they try to protect them. And so these ants place these aphids on the leaf, and then there's a little red mite too. As the aphids suck on the leaves, they produce honeydew, and then the ants enjoy it. They actually fight over it. And so this ant right here looks like he's trying to protect this leaf. So several days ago when we discovered that we have this aphid problem, doing the research, that's when I realized we have not only an aphid problem, but an ant problem. I actually myself placed the ants in the garden unknowingly. I didn't realize they were garden pests. We had received a gift from someone of all this beautiful Indian lettuce, and as I was planting or transplanting the tray into here, I was like, man, there's ants everywhere. But unknowingly, I placed them all in, and those ants have created this problem with the aphids. And so we are treating the ants and the aphids. Earlier in the week, we treated the aphids with a spray made out of Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap, and we sprayed all the undersides of the leaves, which had just rained, so we're going to reapply that. But I also left this Indian lettuce here as a host plant. I didn't want to remove the lettuce because I figured the ants would go move the aphids to other plants. So until we get rid of the ant problem, I'm actually going to leave these here and we're just not going to eat them. And so Michaela, do you want to help me? Story, you want to help? We are going to place these traps in these lettuces very close to their ant hill. You want to show them the hill?
Yeah.
All right. So as you see here, we have found 2 ant hills. Wow. Tons of aphids. Right here and on the underside of that one. Yeah. So Michaela, can you actually place that trap right there, right next to this hill? Story, can you go to the other side? Daddy used his drill. Story, I need you to go to the other side. Let's put that right there.
Right here?
And-
Oh, ants are coming towards it.
See if there's any ants that'll get on it.
And unfortunately, the ants have also gotten into the next bed with the aphids. As you'll see here, some damage on the leaves. We actually have had to rip out a couple plants because they were looking that bad.
They get viruses, like this one got it from the aphids. They get viruses, and
The
so
aphids
this
can
one.
carry the virus, and as they bite or chew on the leaves, it transfers the virus to the plant. And so before all of our potatoes are decimated, we're going to set some traps in this bed too. You found some more?
So as you can see, the difference between a healthy one and one that's got a virus.
This one's leaves are starting to curl over here too.
Yeah, and they get yellow. There's one down here that's looking pretty nasty, this one. But then there's also healthy ones right next to them, as you can see. So that's it, guys. We set our traps. We'll do like a update video on how this whole process worked, but we wanted to show you our process and our kind of journey with dealing with pests in the garden. We'll continue to do these videos where we kind of update you on our issues that we're encountering in the garden and how to resolve them. So thanks to my wife and the kids for researching this and trying to figure out how to get rid of this infestation. Remember, if you haven't already, check us out on Instagram at Goshen Farm and Gardens, and we will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching.